Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shaw Craft One and my old barn door. And I have had a lot of people who are asking me how I make my collage glue or faux Mod Podge. Um, it's basically the same thing as Mod Podge, maybe not as strong as Mod Podge, but it's pretty much basically the same. So I thought I'd just do a real quick video and show you guys what I do to make my glue. And but I also first I wanted to let you know I've added some things into the shop. I have added in some blank journals. These are made from Vintage Reader's Digest books, and this one I've got to sew the signatures in, but other than that it's ready. But I have added these, and I love this one. It's very tattered looking, but that's what I love about it so much. You know, it's got the very vintage look to it. And then I put, you know, the fabric on the spine. Most of the spines are 2 inches, 2-inch spines. All of them have 2 signatures in them with about 200 pages. So I'll just pull them out and show you real quick. The ones that I have left, I've already sold some of them, but these are the ones that I have left. Hopefully I showed that in the in frame. Not really even paying attention. I love this one because again it has the very vintage, it's got the aging to the cover. And then it's got the fabric on the spine, and then there's this one. So I added these into the shop, and I'll just do a quick flip through of one of them to let you see kind of, I mean, it's going to be a very quick flip through. Now they're a little stiff when you first open them, so you just have to work them a little, and then once you start adding all your decorations in, you know, they'll loosen up as you go. But I tried to leave, for the majority of them, I tried to leave the inside cover of the original book, and so we'll just flip through. I tried to make these as versatile as possible so that you can make them anything that you want to make them. They can be farm style, they can be vintage style, they can be botanical, floral, birds and butterflies, bugs, pretty much any kind of theme that you want to make them. And I try to add lots of pages that you can journal on. There's vintage music, coffee dyed pages, lots of vintage book pages, vintage children's book pages, scrapbook pages. I mean, you know, it's pretty much just a blank journal so that you can get it with the signatures already sewn in. So for all of you who, you know, don't like the process of stitching in your signatures, or, you know, you don't feel like you're good at it yet, or, you know, whatever, these are available in the shop for you. These are some vintage magazine pages with the ads, which I absolutely love. So all different kinds of pages, vintage ideals magazine pages. This is a vintage, like a dictionary, children's dictionary book. Again, vintage magazine pages. These are like vintage birdhouses, or florally birdhouses. So again, there's vintage wallpaper in them, but you can make them pretty much anything you want them to be. There's all different kinds of things in here that you can use to, you know, give yourself an idea for a theme. But again, it can be pretty much whatever you want it to be. So anyways, these are in the shop now. I think I have 7 of them left. So if you want one, go and grab one, because they're going pretty quickly. Then I've also, let me just move these out of the way real quick. I've also added in some book covers, some journal covers that I made. And these are basically just journal covers that you can buy. It's just the cover. So, and most of them are tied with some type of a lace or ribbon. And then, so you have the outside cover. Some are covered in fabric, some are done in collage. And then the inside cover. is complete. So it's ready for you to sew your signatures in to the journals. So I have this one, which reminds me of Grandma's house. There's that one. There's this one, which is like a farm themed one with the cow and the milk jug on it. And then on the back you have like the homestead farmhouse with signs and things like that. Inside of this one's collage. I'm not going to untie all of these. This one I did with that gorgeous canvas duck cloth type material. And it's collaged on the inside. This one is a collaged one, and I put a little extra piece in there if you want a focal point or whatever. So there's that one. Then there's this one, which is big, and I love the spine of this one. I used vintage books. All of these are hardcovers, and I use vintage books for these. But this one, you can either have like a 1-inch spine, or you can put a piece of, I'll show you. Excuse me. You can actually add a piece of cardboard in here and then cover it with scrapbook paper or fabric and make this a 3.5-inch spine. So I like the versatility of this one. So it can either be like this, hopefully you can see that, or it can be like this. So it's according to how much space you need in your journal. And I love the fabric on this one with the barnyard scene. And then I have these two, which are very similar. These probably are my favorite, and y'all know I love this type of a theme. So you've got the vintage farm truck. And then on the inside of this one, you have the blue polka dots. And then on the inside of this one, you have, here, I'll just untie this one so you can see it. You have the collage. So those are in the shop. And then the last thing I wanted to tell you about was I had a lot of people telling me they don't have much scraps, and I'm doing this collage series. So I thought I would throw together, since I have a plethora of scraps, I thought I would throw together a few packs of scraps for you guys to get in the Etsy shop. And they have scrap papers, and then some of the items to decorate with, a handful of little fabric pieces and ribbon pieces and things like that, so you can decorate your collage board if you want that. So these are in the shop as well. So if you want those, you can run over and grab them. I don't have very many, I don't think. Okay, so now sorry for, I didn't mean to take that long doing that. So I have this little bowl. I got a little bowl from Panda Express, and it's perfect for my glue. And so when I run out of my glue, I normally just buy the little, I go to the dollar store and I buy the little either Elmer's glue or what is it, that Magic School glue or whatever it is, the very cheap, I think it's 50 cents a bottle. And that's normally what I make it with. Well, when I went to the dollar store, I found this big, huge gallon-sized jug of the Elmer's school glue, and so it was like, I don't know, $12, and so it was cheaper for me to buy it this way. So I'm going to show you what I do to make my glue. So I have measuring cups here. This is a 1 cup, and this is a 1/2 cup. Okay, so I'm just going to pour my glue into the 1 cup. There we go. Okay, so we're going to pour this in our little bowl. And then what I like to do is I take my 1/2 cup and I put my water in there. And then I'm going to take it and pour it in here so that it can get the excess glue out of this cup. And then I'm going to take my brush that I usually do my collages with, and I'm just going to kind of wash all the glue off the sides of this measuring cup. And then I'm just going to pour that in. And then I'm going to take my brush and get as much of that glue off the sides and the bottom as possible. Now what I do normally, if I just buy the little bottles of glue, is I pour the bottle of glue into my bowl, and then I fill that bottle back up with about halfway full of water. And then I shake it up, and then I pour it in and stir it all together, and that's how I make it when I use the bottles of glue. And then I have a spoon here somewhere, and then I'm just going to take my spoon and I'm just going to stir the water into my glue until it all mixes together. Now, you can work with the consistency of your glue. If you want it a little thicker or a little thinner, just add more or less water. But it's a fairly simple process. And then once you get it all mixed up, you're ready to do your collage work and get your glue on. So that's pretty much a very simple way to make yourself some inexpensive Mod Podge or collage glue. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you because I have had several people asking me, you know, how I make it. So there you go. That's the simple recipe. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave them in the comment box below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the videos if you'd like to see more fun videos like these and the others. And I hope y'all have a great day. Big hugs.